So, who or what exactly is the Watcher in the water in The Lord of the Rings? Have you ever wondered about the strange, tentacled creature that lurks in the depths outside the Mines of Moria? You know the one. The Watcher in the water. It's a beast that appears for a brief, yet unforgettable moment in The Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. But its impact? Oh, it's massive. And yet, the deeper you look into Tolkien's world, the more mysterious this creature becomes. Why? Because even Tolkien himself left it as a bit of an enigma. Intrigued? Well, stick around. Let's unravel this mystery together. Let's start with what we know. The Watcher in the water is the guardian of the western entrance to the Mines of Moria. It attacks the Fellowship just as they're about to enter the mines, forcing them inside. But here's the strange thing, it's not around for long. It doesn't kill any of our heroes, but its presence drastically alters their path. Think about it. If not for the Watcher, the Fellowship might have turned back. Instead, they were pushed forward into darkness, straight towards the Balrog. So, was this beast just a random encounter, or was there a deeper purpose? First, let's talk about what it looks like. In Peter Jackson's film adaptation, the Watcher is shown as a massive, squid-like creature with dozens of writhing tentacles. A horrifying mass of limbs that seems to emerge from the very darkness of the lake itself. But Tolkien's description adds an extra layer of eerie detail. In the book, those tentacles don't just end in blunt or rounded tips, they end in finger-like appendages. Imagine that for a second. It's not just a beast lashing out an instinct. It's as if it's reaching, feeling, probing, almost calculating. Like it's not only aware but deliberately choosing its target. Like it's thinking, analyzing, deciding. That changes the whole image, doesn't it? Suddenly, it's not just a random monster but a sentient force. Creepy, right? It's that detail that lingers in your mind, making you wonder if the Watcher was more than just a guardian of the gate. Maybe it was a judge, deciding who was worthy to pass and who wasn't. And did you know that the films changed how the Watcher was awoken? In the movie, it happens when Merry and Pippin toss stones into the dark waters. But in Tolkien's original text, it's Boromir who unknowingly stirs the creature. Yet, regardless of how it's awakened, the result is the same. The Watcher attacks, seizing Frodo and sparking a desperate battle. But why was it there? And why was it so determined to stop the Fellowship from turning back? Here's where things get fascinating. Some say the Watcher is a symbol, like the mythical Cerberus from Greek mythology. Cerberus guards the entrance to the underworld, just as the Watcher guards the path into the darkness of Moria. Think about that symbolism for a second. The Fellowship is about to enter a place filled with death, despair, and ancient evil. The Watcher is their first trial, the ominous gatekeeper barring their passage. It's like a grim test of courage, demanding them to face their deepest fears before stepping into the unknown. Cross this threshold, and there's no going back. It's a moment where the Fellowship must confront the idea of sacrifice, where the reality of their perilous quest becomes undeniably real. The Watcher is more than a monster, it's a manifestation of the dread that lies ahead. A shadow of the darkness waiting within Moria. It's as if the creature is asking, are you sure you're ready for this? Do you have the strength to face what comes next? And once the battle is done, and the door to Moria is closed behind them, there's no room for hesitation. Only the certainty that they have begun a journey into shadow, one that will test their bonds, their bravery, and their very souls. But let's go deeper. What actually is the Watcher in the water? Tolkien never gives a direct answer, but that hasn't stopped fans and scholars from speculating. David Day, in a Tolkien bestiary, suggests that the Watcher is Tolkien's take on Kraken, a creature from Norse mythology. Massive, ancient, terrifying. That fits, right? The idea of a creature from the depths, lurking, waiting, ready to strike, certainly aligns with the ancient fear of the unknown that myths like the Kraken embody. But it also feels incomplete. There's more to the story. Because the Watcher isn't just an old sea monster, it feels different. Ancient, yes, but almost otherworldly. Some even speculate that it could be one of the nameless things that Gandalf mentions. Ancient creatures that gnaw at the roots of the world, beings so old and alien that even the wise fear to speak of them. What if the Watcher is one of these primordial evils, a relic from the birth of the world? Something that predates even Morgoth? It's a chilling thought. A creature born in shadow, thriving in the darkness, watching and waiting for ages. That possibility adds an even darker layer to its mystery. Tony Tyler, in The Complete Tolkien Companion, presents a different idea. He theorizes that the Watcher could be a cold drake, a type of dragon bred by Morgoth, the first Dark Lord of Middle-earth. Cold drakes don't breathe fire, their power is in their icy breath. It's an interesting theory, especially considering Morgoth's penchant for breeding terrifying and powerful creatures to dominate his enemies. But the Watcher doesn't seem dragon-like, does it? Its form is far more alien, with its many tentacles and its lurking presence beneath the still waters. Unlike the proud and fearsome dragons of Middle-earth, the Watcher is silent, patient, hidden. It doesn't roar or strike from the skies, it waits. It is the predator that thrives in the shadows, in ambush. That feels fundamentally different. And that difference might be the clue that cold drake theory isn't the whole story. Maybe it's not about fire or ice, but about something older and deeper. Something that belongs to the dark waters and ancient depths. Perhaps the Watcher is a reflection of fear itself. An embodiment of lurking dread that strikes without warning. That interpretation adds a layer of mythic terror, aligning it with ancient symbols of chaos and darkness, forces that even the most powerful in Middle-earth dare not confront head-on. Here's another possibility: what if the Watcher is a corrupted Maia? If you're deep into Tolkien lore, you'll know that Maia are ancient, powerful beings. Lesser in power but similar in nature to the godlike Vala. Some Maia were corrupted by Morgoth, transforming into the terrifying Balrogs we know. But corruption doesn't always follow the same path. Could the Watcher be a Maia, twisted not into fire and shadow but into something alien and aquatic, bound to the dark waters outside Moria? It's a chilling thought, especially when you consider the power it displays, effortlessly grabbing Frodo, tearing down the doors of Durin, and barring the Fellowship's retreat. And its strategic position guarding the entrance to Moria feels almost intentional. Was it placed there by dark forces as a sentry, ensuring no one escaped the doom within? Or did it come of its own accord, drawn by the dark power that dwells beneath the mountains? Maybe it even lingered from ancient times, bound by its corruption to the cursed lake. The idea that such a powerful entity could be lurking beneath the surface, watching, waiting, is unsettling. It adds a layer of ancient dread. A suggestion that evil in Middle-earth is not only powerful, but patient, lurking, waiting for the right moment to strike. Or, perhaps it's something even older. Something ancient and primal, existing long before Morgoth's time. Tolkien loved the idea of ancient evils lying dormant, forgotten by the world. The Watcher could be a remnant of a time so old that even elves and wizards have forgotten it, a survivor of an age when the world was young and wild, shaped by forces that predate the very fabric of Middle-earth as we know it. A creature born from the chaos of creation, left to linger in the dark, still waters, hidden from the light of day. What if it is a relic from the First Age, or even from before, a creature so old and enigmatic that its origin has been lost to the depths of time? A being that has seen the rise and fall of civilizations, that has watched as ages turned and kingdoms crumbled, its presence undisturbed beneath the surface. A creature of the deep places of the world, waiting, watching, lurking. Existing beyond the understanding of any mortal or immortal being. That idea of something ancient and unknowable, a shadow of the world's first darkness, adds a weight to its presence. A reminder that the earth itself holds secrets too terrible and vast to comprehend. No matter which theory you believe, one thing is clear, the Watcher is a force to be reckoned with. It isn't just a random monster. It's a pivotal moment, a catalyst that shifts the entire narrative. Its attack doesn't just force the Fellowship into Moria, it traps them in a path they cannot escape. This single act sets off a chain reaction that reshapes their entire journey. Gandalf's confrontation with the Balrog becomes inevitable, leading to his fall and the fragmentation of the Fellowship. The journey turns darker, heavier with loss and the weight of impending doom. The Watcher, though it appears briefly, is the spark that ignites the fire of change, propelling the Fellowship into trials that test their strength, resolve, and unity. It's a creature that symbolizes the inescapable pull of destiny. A dark hand pushing them deeper into the shadows where legends are forged. And sacrifices must be made. And that, maybe, is its true purpose. It's not about what the Watcher is, but about what it does. It's the embodiment of fear, of unavoidable danger. A reminder that in Middle-earth, even the journey's beginning can be deadly. And sometimes, the monsters that shape the world are the ones that come and go the quickest. But here's the thing. The Watcher isn't just about fear. It's about courage. About facing the unknown. The Fellowship could have turned back. But they didn't. They stepped into the darkness, knowing the risks. And isn't that what courage really is? Facing the shadows, even when you're afraid. So, what do you think? What is the Watcher in the water to you? A monster, a symbol, an ancient evil? Or something more? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Tolkien's mysteries, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more lore explorations. Because in the world of Middle-earth, there are always more secrets to uncover. Until next time, stay curious. And keep wondering about the mysteries that lie just beneath the surface. Because in the end, that's where the real stories begin. Thanks for watching.